How's it going, everybody? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down Deino Community Day in Pokemon Go. Yes, the featured common day for June is going to be Deino. A lot of us have been anticipating this for quite some time now, and I would say it's kind of on schedule. I believe last year we had a Gibblecom Day around the same time, so if things seem to follow the same pattern, we can probably expect Axewcom Day around next summer as well. And I just got the shiny from a trade, so yeah, I'm actually probably going to evolve that a little bit early now. Anyways though, before we start going over the details of this event, as always, if you guys do end up enjoying this video and finding it helpful, please make sure to smash that like button down below. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first things first, the date for Dinocom Day is going to be on June 25th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. your local time. But we're also going to have a part 2 from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. your local time that is specifically featured around raids. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to participate in that one, but I'll go over the details here in a second. So for this upcoming event, we definitely have a few bonuses to go over. The first ones, of course, are going to be 3-hour lure modules as well as 3-hour incense. The next bonus is going to be 1/4 hatch distance for eggs. Following that, we have 2x catch candy. That one's a really good one I'm looking forward to. And then we also have a 2x chance to receive extra large candy from catching Deino as well, if you're over level 31. Really happy they made that update recently because a lot of people are going to be able to get extra large candy for Deino upcoming, whereas previously a lot of players would have missed out on this. So really good change moving forward and really good comm day pick to kind of initiate that new extra large change. Following that, we are also going to get an extra special trade per day. Now normally we do get 2 special trades per day during the season of Go. This means we're going to have 3 special trades that we can get done during comm day, and it has to be specifically during 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. your local time. Now with that being said, we're also going to get 50% reduction on Stardust when trading Pokemon. Always happy to see the reduction in Stardust when trading, especially for players who really don't have that much. This is always a good thing to really increase community interaction. Additionally, on top of that, we're also going to get 5 free Deino from snapshots. That's kind of a given with any comm day. And then the group play bonus this time around is going to be if you catch a lot of Deino from lure modules, you have an increased chance to see Zweilous in the wild. That is Deino's second stage form. And hopefully I said that name correctly. I feel like I always butcher Zweilous. Now I did mention earlier that we are going to have a second part of this event on the same day. That is going to be from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. your local time. And this is going to be a raid battle day kind of thing. So basically the way that this works is that Zweilous is going to be in 4-star raids, and you can only do these raids in person. You can't use remote raid passes for them, which means this is kind of Niantic's way of saying, hey, we want to increase more community interaction, let's try this. Now the special bonus after you beat Zweilous in raids is that Deino is going to spawn in the wild within 300 meters of the gym that you beat Zweilous in, and this is going to happen for 30 minutes. Meaning that essentially it's like we get an extra 5-hour comm day if people are doing raids in your local area, which I think if you have a good grind spot with a ton of gyms, this could be really beneficial for you because it's essentially like a free lure module and you can totally just use your free raid passes on this. I don't expect the raid boss to be too difficult. I mean, literally just use fairy type Pokemon and you'll be fine. Togekiss, Gardevoir, Clefable, Sylveon, whatever you guys got. I know it depends on your level, but it should be more than easy to take down. So definitely an improvement right here, plus it's actually like a longer time frame. Really just go to a spot that just has a lot of clustered gyms together and you should be able to have a pretty good experience overall. I'd imagine that Zweilous is going to be spawning quite frequently, and even if it's not, guys, like you only have to do one every 30 minutes to basically get a free round of Deino. So yeah, definitely liking this change, and I kind of hope we see more of this in the future if it does go well, which by the way it looks on paper, I think it's going to go pretty well. I also feel like it's important to mention this as well. The shiny rate is going to stay the same throughout the entire day from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So you guys can pretty much expect this shiny rate throughout the day. If you guys want to go for like 100 shinies, it's totally possible with this update. And personally for me, I don't really think I need more than 10 or 20 shinies. I'm probably okay with that and I'll just call it a day afterwards. I am hoping to get a hundo though. I really do want to get a hundo. I've gotten like multiple 98s of Deino in the past. No hundo yet. Hopefully during this event. Most likely, I feel like we'll definitely have a good chance. Anyways, moving on over to our next topic at hand here, let's talk about the exclusive moveset, Brutal Swing, which is going to be given to Hydreigon. So this move is going to do 65 damage in both PvP as well as raid battles. For comparison's sake, Dark Pulse does 80 damage. which is the current recommended moveset for Hydreigon. So based on that alone, Brutal Swing isn't really going to make the biggest difference here, and even in general, guys, like Hydreigon isn't that meta in raid battles. As a Dark-type attacker, it does actually beat out Tyranitar in terms of overall DPS times TDO by like 100 points, but Yveltal, Darkrai are definitely going to be your better options here, and just Darkrai in general is going to be your go-to option when it comes down to Dark-type attackers in raids. So yeah, you know, Hydreigon, not the greatest Pokemon. In terms of Dragon-type attackers, it's actually a little bit worse in terms of its overall meta stance. It is worse than Latias in its non-Mega form. So I feel like that definitely says a lot in terms of its overall meta relevance as both a Dark-type as well as a Dragon-type attacker. You don't need to stress about this one too much. If anything, it's going to be more focused on a PvP Pokemon, which, surprise, surprise, we haven't got enough of those. Although people have wanted this comm day for quite some time, not for its meta relevance, but for its shiny, and I think that's going to be the main takeaway here. Now when it comes down to PvP as well, the second stage form Zoelis is actually going to be meta in the Great League, so definitely try to hunt a good IV spread for this one. Ideally you want to get 0, 15, 15 for the rank 1, but anything around that range should be okay. And if Brutal Swing does ever get an update between now and the comm day when it goes live, I mean, it could be good in the Master League Premier Cup, I don't really know for sure, but we'll kind of see what happens as we get closer to that date. Either way, I would not sleep on grinding the Hundo, evolving one and just kind of having it locked down, but in terms of powering it up, I would probably hold off until you know for sure that it's going to be meta relevant, which as of right now, it's definitely not. Now of course guys, as always, whether you're new or a returning player, I like to give you guys some additional tips and tricks to help you out throughout comm days, so let's go over some of these real fast. First of all, if you're not using the fast catch trick with or without the AR method, definitely look into it. I'm going to leave a link to a video in the top right corner right now. I'm assuming most of you probably use this, but for newer players or returning players, I highly recommend learning this to increase your catching speed. Like, it makes a massive difference, guys. We're talking about like maybe 15 to 17 seconds of time saved. The next tip that I have for you guys is going to be to create a search tag for all the Deino that you want to evolve during the comm day. You can also quickly check for Hundos by typing in 4-star in the search bar. That's what I normally do before transferring a bunch of Pokemon. I also go through them manually because I also check for PvP IVs, but if you're only focused on Hundos, that would be the way to go. Next up, let's talk about Mega Evolutions. There's definitely a lot of picks here in terms of which ones you want to use. If you have any of the Pokemon I'm about to mention at level 3 already, prioritize that over the others for increased candy and increased extra large candy. So let's quickly go through the list right now. First off, we have Charizard X, then we have Ampharos, followed by Gyarados, Houndoom, Altaria, Latios and Latias, and then finally Absol. So you honestly have a lot of really good picks here in terms of what you want to go for the Mega. I'm probably going to go with Charizard X because I'm the closest to getting that one to level 3 currently, and I should definitely have that done before this comm day on the 25th. Now typically during comm day, you're going to want to have storage space available. Generally, I recommend a minimum of 100 free space, and ideally 250 plus. Now with that being said, if you are still having trouble with storage space, I highly recommend watching my full guide video, which should hopefully get you prepared for comm day. So following storage space, so let's talk about bag space next in terms of my overall recommendations. So red Pokeballs plus Great Balls and Ultra Balls, that's what you want to have. Ideally a minimum, guys, like a minimum of 200 combined. Ideally you want to have 500 plus going into comm day. Also, Pineapple Berries, I do recommend having at least 50 going into comm day for that extra candy. So even though Deino candy isn't going to be that hard to get during this event with the double catch candy, I still think it's worth having a few extra Pineapple Berries. Now finally, the last tip that I have for you guys is going to be for the Picnicker Medal. I always recommend doing this if you can. Drop lure modules at your most popular grind spot right when the event starts. That lure module is going to be active for 3 hours. Every single time somebody catches a Pokemon at that lure module, you're going to get one more Pokemon added to that medal. You need, I believe, 2,500 in total, so comm day is the best time to work on this medal. Anyways, though, that's pretty much everything that I got for you guys in this one. If you want some more tips and tricks, check out these videos right here. But before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all real soon in the next one.